This is episode 156. What you need to know to stop an addictive, destructive habit. Welcome everybody to another episode here in Body and Mind Transformation by Custom Body Fitness. This is your health coach, Sandro Torres. And today I'm going to reveal to you a couple addictions that I had that I'm not proud of them, but I feel like I need to tell you because that way we can relate and you understand that it's possible for you to leave your addictions and have control over your desires, to have control over your body, and then start achieving your goals such as losing weight, just in case that you're addicted to sugar or anything like that, or any other drug or any other behavior. So right here, I'm going to disclose my addictions that I used to have, and also how I overcame them, and the things that you can do and the things that happen while you are rehabbing, relapsing, and becoming a better person. So without even further introduction, let's listen to the talk. At CBF, we know that for you to change your body, you need to change your mind. Exercise and eating healthy is only part of the plan. We care about our members as we care about our family, because our members become our family. It is not about competition, but support. It is not about being the strongest or the fastest, but about you defeating your negative self. It is about working together and making the task challenging and have fun. By the end, what matters is not how hard the session was, but that you take control of your mind so you can take control of your body. My name is Sandro Torres, and I'm happy you are part of our family. Welcome to Custom Body Fitness. Welcome everybody to another talk here with your health coach, Sandro Torres. Today, I'm going to give you a big tip for you to stop the destructive habits. You may want to lose weight and you're having a difficult time trying to not eat sugar, and you find yourself drinking Coke, drinking any other soda, eating cookies and things like that, even though you're doing your best to not do it. Let me begin by telling you my story. Just like you, I'm a human being and I make a lot of mistakes. And I'm not proud of what I'm going to tell you, but I want you to relate with my story. Just like you, I used to have many destructive habits to the ones that I was addicted to. One of them, it was sex, pornography, and Mexican pastries. The way my journey started, it was in 2010. I sat with one of our members and I was assessing her, and she wanted to lose weight, but she loved cookies and she didn't want to get rid of cookies. So when we sat, she said, I'm going to leave cookies. I'm going to give cookies for Lent. And then I asked her, well, what's going to happen after Lent is over? And she said, then I'm going to eat cookies. Then I thought about her reasoning, and I said, she might lose some weight in those 40 days, but then later she's going to go back to the cookies and she's going to regain that weight. So what's the point? And then something clicked in my head and I thought about myself. Then I say, Sandro, you're doing the same thing. You want to leave pornography for a week, 2 weeks, and then go back to it. How that's going to help? If you want to talk to your member and let her know that that's not going to help, you need to set up the example and you need to be better. Since then, I set up a goal to stop watching pornography. In that year, I relapsed many times. After that year, the next 2 years, I relapsed twice, once each year. Something similar happened with the pastries. I used to exercise, of course, like I'm exercising right now. Like right now, I'm toned. I used to be toned back then and healthy. So my excuse was that I was healthy, toned, and I had a nice body. So what's the issue of eating a couple pastries here and there? As I start cleaning my eating, my body start reacting to the things that wasn't healthy. Your body creates tolerance, just like an alcoholic. When you start drinking, if you drink one drink and never drink before, you get drunk with one drink. But if you continue drinking, your body creates tolerance. So now, for you to feel the same boost you used to feel before, now you need to drink more because it's creating tolerance. Now you can drink more and not have that dizzy feeling and so on. The same goes with foods. If you eat junk food, your body creates tolerance that you don't even know. You feel bloated, you feel anxious, you feel bad, you feel uncomfortable, and things like that. But when you start cleaning your body, then it's like you put in a little thing and your body notices. So I continue eating pastry, but all of a sudden, my body starts feeling bloated. I still feel anxious and very uncomfortable for around 3 4 hours after I finish that pastry. Even though reasoning tell me you feel bad when you eat this, I continue eating it. Then one day I really thought about it and I say, Sandro, did you notice? Did you notice that you're eating this thing and it's giving you a pleasure of flavor for what is it? 2 minutes, 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and then you feel bad for 4 hours, 5 hours? Is it worth it, the taste for the feeling? That's when I said, no, it's not worth it. Why you continue doing it? And if your body's reacting to that, that means that it's something that your body can digest, and it's gonna give you a disease problem in the future. Plus the way you're feeling, it's young. You should not be eating it. And that's when I stopped. I stopped completely. Once in a while, I tasted, tried, but then the feeling came back and never did it again. I want you to understand something. When we practice any destructive behavior, we become addicted to it. And the reason why we become addicted to it is because we start creating a lot of dopamine in our brain. So we have that feeling or fulfilling or being happy and being great, having that pleasure. And that's why the destructive habits are very addictive because they throw that dopamine and the pleasure. They're easy to do compared to a good habit that is going to construct your life. And the reason why uh, good habits are difficult is because they're difficult, even though they still give you that dopamine, but they're not pleasurable like the bad habits. So we become addicted to such habit. The first thing that you have to keep in mind is that you are addicted, that you have a problem. If you recognize the problem, then you can do something about it. Once you recognize the problem, now you understand that you're addicted to that and then it's destructive. For example, when I noticed when I was addicted to porn, it's because the destructive life, the dysfunctional family I had, and many traumas that I have from the past. I'm not blaming the traumas that I had for the decisions I made, but they do contribute the reasons why I wasn't conscious doing the things that I was doing. When I concluded that, then I noticed how it was destroying my life. I couldn't keep up a relationship. Um, no matter what, I would cheat. I would do anything for sex, and I will not respect women. I mean, there was many things that being addicted to that brought me a lot of trouble. So I wanted a relationship that worked. I wanted to be free of those pleasures. So then I accepted that I had a problem, that I was mentally ill. So if you think pornography is correct, you are mentally ill and you need to do something about it to start working on being free of such pleasure because you don't have control over that. The same happens with other bad habits. So, what I'm trying to tell you here is just recognize that you have a problem, whatever it is: sugar, alcohol, compulsive shopping, pornography, sex, cocaine, whatever it is, recognize that you have a problem. Now, because of that bad habit that you're practicing, you throw in dopamine because of that. Now your body is stopping to throw that dopamine naturally like it used to do it before you had that habit. Now, when you stop the habit, now your dopamine levels are going to drop a lot. You're going to feel depressed, very depressed. And that's one of the reasons why we relapse. Because when we feel depressed, when we feel the need of that destructive habit, we go and do it. Then we do it, and then later we regret because we know it's bad, and we wanna stop that, and we feel guilty. And it's okay to feel guilty, but you have to let go. You have to stand, and now redo it again and start over. Stop practicing that habit. But once again, you're gonna feel depressed for a long period of time, depending for how long you've been practicing that habit. Now, keep in mind, you can also start practicing good habits so you can start throwing that dopamine, such as setting goals, writing down everything that you need to do during the day so you can start scratching the list. The other thing that you can do is practice sports. You can exercise. There is many other habits, help other people that you can practice that's going to throw that dopamine in your head. So it's going to increase that levels. And that's a new habit. Remember, it's a habit that you must practice now. Keep in mind that as the time passes, now the dopamine levels on your brain are going to catch up. Things are going to get easier. So that's the reason why when you relapse, you need to stand up and never give up. Because in one point, it's going to get easier. Now, warning, if something happens in your life, such as the loss of the loved one, getting fired from your job, losing money, whatever it is, you're gonna feel depressed. That's normal because that's something that you weren't expecting to happen. When that happens, that's when you're more vulnerable for you to relapse. Stay strong with your new habits and continue on the right path. The reason why I tell you this once again is because if you're trying to lose weight and you're addicted to sugar and you stop sugar and you feel anxious, you feel desperate, you feel like drinking again a soda, whatever it is, it's because you're addicted to it. And you have to keep in mind if you don't do it, if you stay strong with a new habit, if you stay strong, if you be patient, it's going to come to the point that you're not going to need that anymore. I've been clean of pornography for 13 years, 12, 13 years. I've been clean, completely clean. And I'm very happy I make that decision. I claim my freedom and I'm free from that desire, for that pleasure. They used to control me. I know if you start good habits and stop the bad habits, you are gonna have control of your life again. So my point out of here is that you have to practice those things. First of all, know that you have a problem. Second, practice new good habits. Third, stay strong. And last one, be patient. You're gonna have control over your life. You're gonna start losing weight again. I hope you like this talk. Here you health coach Sandro for now says bye. But remember, please share this talk to anybody who needs to listen to this message. Be a hero and help somebody else get sober, get better, lose weight, and have control of their body. Thank you so much. Talk to you next time. Okay, everybody. I hope you like this talk. Remember the four things that you need to keep in mind is one, know that you have a problem. Two, start practicing good habits. Three, be persistent. And four, be patient. Of course, you can always find a group of people who are rehabbing. They can tell you the 12 steps that you can follow for you to rehab out of that addiction. If you don't think you need those steps and you can find your way, go ahead and do it. But I really recommend the first thing you do is recognize the problem, then give your life to God, because that's the only thing that is going to help you by the end. And then practice what I just told you. Hopefully you like this talk. Please share it with somebody who needs to listen to this talk, who needs to listen to this message. Please stay close to God, mentally and physically healthy, and we talk in the next episode. Thank you for continue following us.